be having a speech about the history of the Taliban, and I will also be talking about how the history goes a lot further than just 9/11. To start my speech, I would like to ask, do any of you know where the Taliban originated from? Okay. Does anyone know why the Taliban performs the acts that they do as far as terrorizing others? No?
I guess not.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you about where they first started. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, the Soviets decided they wanted to invade Afghanistan. At the time, they were a little power hungry and they wanted to take over as much land as possible during that time frame. The U.S. was considered the Russia or the Soviets' enemy, and they wanted them to stay in their own country as much as possible. Pakistan was also in the Middle East, and they knew that if Afghanistan got taken over, that they would be next. So USA and Pakistan provided a militia in Afghanistan the weaponry to defend off against the Soviets. The militia, their name was the Afghan Mujahideen, and this militia was put together with multiple militia groups. And by 1989, the Soviets withdrew, and the leader of the Afghan Mujahideen was Ahmad Shah Massoud, and he was recognized as a huge war hero after these events. In 1994, Pakistan had a convoy, and they needed someone to watch over that convoy, so they picked a certain militia group from the militia that defended off against the Soviets, and that militia was the Taliban. And the Taliban didn't have any weaponry to defend this convoy, so Pakistan gave them weaponry to watch over the Pakistani convoy. For some strange reason, the Taliban decided that, well, hey, we have weapons, let's start taking over places. Their first target was Kabul, Afghanistan. With this weaponry, they were able to take over Kabul, Afghanistan with no problem at all. And when they were taking over Kabul, Afghanistan, there was another group in Afghanistan that wasn't for them taking over that area. And that group was the Afghanistan Northern Alliance. And the Taliban fought with them for years because this group didn't believe in what the Taliban believed in as far as the Sharia law. Here's the kicker. The leader of the Afghanistan Northern Alliance was Massoud, the same man who led the militia against the Soviets. So he pretty much flipped sides. In 1998, Osama bin Laden got involved with the Taliban, and they welcomed him with open arms. He started building camps around the Middle East, and they started training up the Taliban. And also in 1998, the United States embassies in Kenya and Tanzania were bombed by the Taliban. This really didn't grab the U.S.'s attention. They really didn't do any serious acts towards them. But in September 9th, 2001, 2 days before 9/11, Massoud, the man that was leading the Afghanistan Northern Alliance, was assassinated by a suicide bomber that was dressed up as a journalist. And then 2 days later, of course, the two towers are destroyed in New York City by hijacked planes. 5 days after 9/11 happens, General Pervez Musharraf, he was the Pakistani president at this time. It disgusted him that the Taliban would do an act towards us like that. So he joined forces with the United States and said that he would help us hunt down Osama bin Laden. 2003, the United States moves to Iraq to free the Iraqis of the Taliban control. But during that, the Pakistani people, some of them were for the Taliban, and And so the Pakistanis decided that they wanted to do a treaty with the Taliban because they want to keep their country stabilized. But later on, there was some leaders at a place called the Islamabad Red Mosque. It's like an Islamic church, and they were campaigning the Sharia law, and it was a more strict version of the Islamic faith. And it was just, it's more like if you don't believe what we believe in, they were going to kill you. And the Pakistanis did not like that. But when they attacked the mosque, because of that reasoning, the Taliban was upset because they had relations to those people that were at that mosque. So from that point on, the Talibans bombed the Pakistanis countless times. To this day, we still fight the Taliban, but the United States is slowly trying to get out of this war. And it's really sad that the war with these people, it's real sad that this has gone as far as it has. This has been going on since my mom was a child, which is ridiculous. And I think it's really a good thing that people know who we're fighting and why they're doing the acts that they're doing, and that we should be able to help those who are being attacked by the Taliban and other terrorist groups. And I hope that you all have learned something from this speech, and I hope you guys tell your families and friends also about the Taliban, because some of them may not know what's going on around this world. And that's the end of my speech.